All right, so hey everybody, Shane here, dailyastrocat.com, and guess what? It's the birthday episode, that's right, 8 years. This is starting our 8th year of doing dailyastrocat.com. Now, up until recently, I've been pretty consistent and not missing very many. So we're actually getting back to that because we're getting to some different things, right? We had a bunch of different things going on around here, and we're here. So let's go with today. Today happens to also be my son's birthday. And, yeah, you're not going to see him running around in the background anywheres because he's in his 40s. But there we go. Now you know, right? So it's Sunday, and the moon's going to be in Scorpio all day long. Happy birthday to us, right? The very first AstroCat was produced on this day, right? That's right. So this is starting our 8th year. Now, Scorpio moons highlight our interest in occult or hidden things, right? Astrology, what we're doing here, right? What I got going on all over the place, right? Astrology is one of those hidden gems. It's a way for you to go find the flow, discover the flow, and go with it, right? We can find out what the cosmic flow is, how we're supposed to be working. Now, AstroCat has always been set up for creative folks, and that's by design, okay? We want to talk about creativity. We want to talk about what inspires. We want to talk about what we do in our free time. We don't want to talk about the workday. We don't want to talk about, it's about mundane astrology, but we don't really talk about events because, boy, events have been kind of messy lately, right? I did point out those Gemini implications of that anaretic degree, that last degree of Gemini, right? The crazy degree where things are just kind of like that last burst of energy, and it can be expressed in a pretty negative fashion between big people who think they should be doing things, not so big things, right? Anyway, I'm not going to editorialize, not going to simplify anything, break anything down. Mercury is conjunct with Jupiter today. That's some big stuff, right? That's why all the stuff's going crazy. That's why the news shows are going to be going nuts. That's why they're still talking about this crap, even though it's almost over, right? Later on today, we're going to have a change. And look, change is coming. Far and wide, change is coming. A big change. Mercury, Jupiter. Jupiter makes things big. Big changes. What you need to do is you need to be the change in your life and in your around where you're at. Today's keyword, birthday, right? Yeah, it should be. All right. And the color is a black T-shirt. It actually says the keyword is emotional, but I don't think so. And the keyword is a black T-shirt. Now, it feels almost desperate as we're trying to cling on to whatever it is that we're attached to, right? We can really cling on to things and be like, oh my goodness, I'm just hanging on, right? Our heads want to go, but we're in a place where the flipping and flopping, that's got to stop, okay? You are or you're not. You're doing or you're not doing. That's where we're really at right now. That Gemini stuff came at us really fast, and there was all sorts of stuff going on. Boy, was there a lot of things going on here. Look, you can see the light behind me right here. Look, there's my finger pointing. Because yesterday, instead of recording and doing all the AstroCat things that I needed to do, I actually got outside, cleaned the gutters, and got some of the windows cleaned too. And now we're washing the curtains. Normally, there's a nice shadow behind me. And, well, yeah, it's a nice shadow, and it frames the face nicely. Today, I got that light coming in on the side, and who knows? Maybe it's a good look, maybe it's not. All right, so we're in a place, flipping, flopping. This is going to feel very familiar. Right, because Mercury is going to enter a water sign. Mercury enters Cancer tonight. There's going to be a separate show on that, and it will be airing later on today. Then we're also going to have one on Jupiter, and we're going to have one for the week, okay? Big commitments here, right? This is going to feel more decisive, though. And that's because the Mercury in Pisces is more like that absent-minded professor. It's kind of like, oh, by the way, I was thinking about this. Whereas the Mercury in Cancer is more intuitive, much more purpose-driven. Because remember, Cancer is a cardinal sign. It's a great place for ideas to begin. And these are going to be ideas that are going to be intuitive ideas, and they're going to be just thought about, right? The Cancer is a sign of the moon. The moon, in some respects, represents our tribe, the people who vibe with us, the folks that we really get along with. And this is a great time to begin expanding that, because Mercury is still conjunct Jupiter, and Jupiter will enter Cancer tomorrow. There you have it. There's a big plot right there, right? Today's flow is best felt rather than communicated. It's the way that it's going to be, right? We're going to be feeling things. We're not going to be really talking about them, although that's what I have to do here. Lots of words always accompany explanations. Trying to keep them minimum. Mercury in Jupiter's presence means more words. Look at the last week. We want to be heard, but are we doing the listening, the necessary listening? And send out your feelers and feelings, right? Pheromone trails will tell you where to go. It's that moon and Scorpio stuff, right? In 1940, element number 93 was discovered, Neptunian. Oh, Neptunium. That's right. And in 1625, Giovanni Domenico Cassini, he's an Italian-French mathematician, astronomer, and engineer, who discovered 4 of Saturn's moons. He was born in Perinaldo in the Republic of Genoa. And that's all we got for you. He died in 1712. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for coming by. Our color is a black t-shirt. The key word is birthday or emotional. Or you can get emotional about a birthday, right? Today's a 7. Happy AstroCatting.